Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Thrawn's Revenge 3.0 preview playthrough, technically, as the New Republic. In the last episode, we fought off a crash, but also a massive Imperial assault on Abregado Ray. We did take Ession, so we've taken all of the CSA planets except for Mario. And we are dealing with Zinj's last executor. The other ones died over Mon Calamari. This one wants to die over Sapphire, so we kind of just gotta give it what it wants there. Damn it, they got out. But they're gonna be trapped at least. There's no way we can defend this on Sapphire. Is there? No, we wouldn't be able to. Just infantry. Yeah, you know what? Let's see. If we'd just been a little bit faster there, but I guess we kind of send stuff as soon as they attack. So there's only so much I could have done there.
Course plotted. T2B over. Adjusting navigator. Moving out. Ready to roll.
So let's go over there. Let's go over there.
Form up.
Send
right
over
away.
There.
We've secured a build
Awaiting
pad.
orders. Moving ahead. T2B, copy. Copy.
We've
Heading out,
secured
sir.
a build pad. We've secured an abandoned turret.
Any damage is good damage, but as far as the time investment actually
Construction complete.
Reporting.
is what I'm more concerned
Yes,
about.
sir. Keep
We've
going.
secured a build pad.
Because if we're here and we
Abandoned turbo laser
kill
tower.
one or two units, they're just gonna, if they just build up the planet, they're gonna get more out of that. Whereas
We've secured a build
if we
pad.
just let them have it, then
Ready. This way.
are we gonna get more out of that in the long run? Just going and doing
We've
something else with our
secured a
lives?
build pad. Turret.
Alright. Okay, get Syrian. Pull that kid. No, you don't. Alright. If we kill Gazirian on her own, that was one of the things I was worried about. She'd be able to run around for free otherwise.
Sir. Over there. Can do.
Let's get an AV turret there. So that's a good start.
Ready.
It's a promising start. Let's get an AA turret.
Got it.
We've secured
Moving
We'll
out.
get another AA turret up here.
beginning construction.
Let's get a military field base for that one.
Construction
And we're gonna get
complete.
Captain Netbers next. Best part of waking up is Netbers in your cup. There, we want the turret to be able to shoot him.
Secured an abandoned
And we
turbo
want
laser tower.
Reporting in.
That.
Heading out.
'Cause if they try to get a bombing run on us from this angle,
Across the abandoned turbo laser tower.
Roger that.
Construction complete.
alright, now that's that.
Right away.
We've secured a build pad.
Moving
Can
ahead.
get maybe one or two more. Maybe just that one down there.
Let's go.
Peppers went in there. Alright, everyone fall back. Their 5 PopCap right now are Neppers and 4 ATTEs. Which I think if we can get them in range... they're probably not going to come in range of that.
Keep going. Proceeding with caution.
We've secured a
Alright,
build
A
Waiting
turret.
orders. Heading out, sir.
There's weird noises upstairs, so I'm going to quickly run up and see what happened there.
Construction complete.
Alright, sorry about that. Just a plow.
Copy.
Turret
I copy.
constructing.
Yes, sir. Spreading out.
I think we can...
Commander.
Well, I want the... Here, you know what? Shit. It's all our money.
All right, man. Take cover. Let's move out.
We've lost the build pad.
Yes, Commander.
So much for all the money we spent on the AA turrets.
Yes, let's go. Keep going.
Enemy bombardment is ready.
This way.
Turret has been sold. Turret has been sold.
I'm here, sir.
We've lost a build pad.
Ready.
We've lost
Get
a
over
build
there.
pad.
And let's just get an AV turret here.
Secured a build pad.
G2B, copy. Reporting in.
Well, okay, that's worth. That's worth.
We've secured an
copy.
abandoned
Roger.
How many of these do they have? 6 total?
Armor
7 maybe?
standing by.
They have at least 6.
Armor ready. Roger that. Fire at will. Proceeding with caution. Form up. Attacking. We'll keep our eyes open.
If that's actually working. Here, just give me the money back.
sold.
Awaiting orders. Targeting. Copy. Advancing. Copy. Right. Squad, advance. Got it. I copy. Moving out.
Let's go for the turret, or the sensor. Can you shoot from here?
We've lost
Reporting.
a build pad.
Reporting. Advance. Yes, sir. Heading out.
We've secured
For the
a
rebellion.
build pad.
Yes, sir.
Got Neppers there.
Cannons
Destroyed.
charged.
Our base
Here,
is
switch over to
under
this.
attack.
Weapons ready. Acknowledged. Forward.
We've
You just
secured
chase
a
Neppers
build
down.
pad.
It'd be nice if we could go for that mine way over there.
D2B, copy. Right away.
Kill him if you can.
Heading out. Targeting enemy.
Well, see what you can do.
I copy.
Don't abandon the turbo laser.
Standing by. Target in range. Main cannon charged. I'm right with you.
There we go.
Fall out.
Okay, you're
Let's move out.
taking fire. Don't like that.
Armor ready. Fire. Ready to roll.
Destroyed.
Comes another bombing run.
Roger that.
We've lost a build
Where are they hitting?
We've secured a build pad. Destroyed.
Yes. Form up.
Right. Not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst.
Awaiting orders. be. Let's go.
We've secured an abandoned center.
Attack that target.
Unit
Shit.
destroyed.
Affirmative. Forward. Right away.
We may be screwed.
We've secured an abandoned turbo laser tower.
We killed 3 or 4. Okay, kill him. Kill the hero. There we go.
Ready to roll.
Killed the hero.
Build pad.
Roger that. Over there.
They should start coming in
Can
on
do. Right, got it.
turbo laser again.
We've secured a build pad.
Moving out.
We've lost a build pad.
Awaiting orders. Attack
Base
the
is
target.
under attack.
Heading out. Spreading out.
Enemy bombardment is
We've
ready.
lost a build pad.
Control generator destroyed.
So close.
System lost.
If we'd been able to hold that, that would have been just perfect. Alright, we'll take the auto-resolve on that, I guess. Yard. At least, I don't know if there's actually anything on the ground here. They might have pulled it all. I'm gonna take the chance on it.
Construction complete.
Bonded in.
Building.
I guess
under
we'll get the ion
construction.
cannon on it. And at least we can try to keep them locked in there, because they won't try to attack unless they think they can get out. So if we can take ore on, then he won't try to attack. Nice.
Constructing.
To attack at Shorb.
Construction complete.
This is going to be Akbar's little area.
Constructing.
Whiskey's asking, have you added all the NCMP ships, namely the Warrior Nagave class, and no stealth recon ships in the mod yet? No. Those two aren't in, neither is the Ferret class. I don't think the Ferret class really has much of a use in Empire at War, to be honest. We have them in Ascendancy, but that's a game where there's more scouting to be done than Empire at War, especially since we don't use Fog of War. Alright, let's let them come into us.
Ready. Order received. Commander.
Beware of traps.
The other non-ferret ones will potentially come at some point, once there's not other higher priority stuff to do. But I'm really hoping we can start moving on Revan's Revenge stuff sooner than later. Like, the Sith are super empty. Mandalorians have one ship.
Ready for orders. Let's do some damage.
Republic have a decent amount. And there's a good amount of infantry down, and I was working on some of the rigging for the infantry this morning. I'll probably do a bit more of that later.
Got
But
one. That's got him. Try not to let one on your tail. Stay in attack formation. That's it.
kids asking, you know what was asking will probably not happen. Is it difficult from a coding aspect, but will starfighters get a 35% damage? That's not really a difficult thing to do, but it's not something we necessarily plan to do. There are going to be some bomber changes, but starfighters in general, we don't want to change the interaction between them very much. There will be some changes to like how prominent bombers are in fighter loadouts, as well as the damage from bombers, but like starfighters in general, no.
Construction complete.
Like interceptors and regular snub fighters probably wouldn't change very much. Bombers are getting some changes. Airbus says you might be able to bring some ships from Star's Taurus prototypes. It's not. I don't mean that there's no Sith ships, as in there's no design. It's just we haven't made any Sith things other than the Interceptor or the Sith Fighter yet. We wouldn't, other than stuff that is explicitly stated from Tor to have been from the period. We wouldn't be putting in Revan's Revenge. Or we wouldn't be putting in like the KOTOR parts of Revan's Revenge. I mean, because eventually Revan's Revenge will cover Tor as well, but that wouldn't be the initial focus.
Imminent.
The enemy has been spotted.
Choose your reinforcements.
All right, Regab,
Coming around.
Galactic Ombudsman, Enduring Conviction, Medium Pickle Boy, Tasteless Bean. I'll put in the back here with Dread,
those coordinates, sir.
Irish Phoenix, Nebulon Schmebulon, and then we'll put some more support over Medical Frigate and Battle Buddy for Regab.
How can we be of service?
Yes, sir. Oma. Yes, Commander. The laser
Ready and
primary
willing.
target.
Prepare for
Star
combat.
Destroyer here.
I can't take another hit like that.
Destroyer here. Attack. I got it lined up. Ready. Need help. Stay in attack formation. I've got my approach vector.
Nebula class on standby.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reported. How can we be of service?
All right, you guys have got to actually attack, not just take a lunch break.
I copy.
MC-90 Star
Galactic
Cruiser
Ombudsman, or Medium Pickle Boy, took a lot of damage
reported. We
there.
will engage the enemy with all speed.
It was only a bunch of frigates, but it was still a good amount that they had.
Yes, Admiral.
That's got him.
Open fire.
Watch your six.
How can we be of service?
I've got my approach vector.
God, that plow sounds so weird.
Star Destroyer standing by. Can't see him. The lasers are on fire.
Alright, Interceptor Frigate. Can die.
Nebula class reporting in. We're inbound.
Ready and willing. Taking down their defenses.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Yes, sir. Beginning our engagement.
Alright, now it's just cleanup.
We have lost our hangar.
Yes, sir.
But we can still...
I feel like with the Executor trap, Zinj is going to be like Zinj's faction. He's dead, so not Zinj himself.
Cruiser reporting.
But what's left of Zinj's faction is going to be a lot less effective. They put a lot of their firepower into attacking us there, and we've just
Destroy the weapons.
created a little protectorate for them.
Awaiting orders.
Especially if we can take DeSevro. Because if we just end up leaving them around, then that's not so good. Got auto
We
resolve.
are victorious.
Kids asking what period will Revan's Revenge be in? Obviously KOTOR. We'll have Eternal Empire, Vitiate, Exar Kun. We will be announcing more about it later. It will cover KOTOR, Tor, and some prior stuff, but we haven't given many specifics.
Construction complete.
On the calamari cruiser ready.
Tactical battle imminent.
You know what? I'm just gonna... Oh. Look at that. I mean, if they decide to attack through that, that's fine with me.
Roger, setting course, sir. Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
Let's get some barracks there. Light vehicle factory.
Unit in production.
More of these. Let's get heavy vehicle factory there. They have a hypervelocity gun here, so I don't want to leave them in there too much. Alright, I'm going to send you up here because we need more stealth.
Sasheen
Moving to
Cruiser
sacred
reporting.
coordinates, sir.
Moving to coordinate.
Destination received. Course plotted.
Construction complete.
Moving.
T2B.
Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
Alright, you're going to go in Akbar's fleet.
Moving there now, sir.
Construction complete.
Had the election. Okay, for Akbar, we're still gonna get. Let's get
Unit
Little
in
Doctor.
production.
I'm a
Constructing
mass
unit.
hole.
Unit
Neki
in
Taco,
production. Unit in
Sovereign,
production. Unit
Battle
in
Dog.
production.
Constructing.
We'll get that shipyard for him. And here, we can get. There's always a bigger fish.
Unit
Organa's
in
Revenge and Loco and El
Unit in
Coco.
production.
We'll get. Trying to get the ones that we haven't built yet. I'm
Unit
but
in
better.
production.
Warp
Unit
factor
in
9. Here we go.
Construction
Construction
complete.
complete. Construction complete.
Um, there we go. What do we got here? This is pretty easy.
Nebulon B frigate
Construction
here.
complete.
Vectors set. Construction complete.
Melvar has been killed. Because, yeah, it's 2 advanced vehicle factories. And it does have that, but, like, they don't have any actual garrisons or any actual defenses. How's the core going between these guys? Looks like they're having fun.
Adjusting navicomputer.
Nebulon B frigate here.
I just want some soldiers.
Tactical battle imminent.
Why are you attacking here? Oh, we lost that to... I didn't even pay attention to that. I'm not sure which fleet the Mediator's in. It's in one of these. I think it's at Sov's, but it's around here somewhere. That kid's saying, out of interest, will ion cannons get a buff? Hypervelocity guns can solo. Fleet's 9 cannons can't even break the shield on any modern ships. I strongly disagree with that. I was in just the last recording. I think I was talking about how the ion cannons are better than hypervelocity guns. I find them to be much more useful because they support your fleet so much better. With a hypervelocity gun, if you don't have the damage to kill a ship with it, like if you don't outright kill a ship with it, you're often giving up a lot.
Heading to destination.
Tactical battle imminent.
Trying to get another one. Like, in an actual fleet context, which is the biggest thing in Empire at War, ion cannons are more useful because they're allowing you to have access to more power on your ships. Like, you get to the point where you're taking out an actual enemy faster with it. And that's kind of the
Keep going. I copy.
the
Reporting.
biggest indicator of how useful
Standing
that's
by.
going to be.
Reporting. Moving ahead.
Just because the particle isn't there doesn't mean the ion stun isn't working.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. Heading out, sir. Yes, sir. Ready.
The particle and the actual effect are different.
Ball out, troops. Yes, Commander. Ready.
We've secured a build pad.
T2B over. Yes. Let's move
We've
out.
lost a
What's
build
he's asking? In one of your videos, you talked about the canceled Empire War 2. It wasn't canceled. They never actually... Like, Petroglyph wanted to make it, and they had some ideas for it.
Let's go.
But it wasn't canceled as in they'd actually started working on it. They just never got the go-ahead to make it from LucasArts. But you mentioned how the plot would have been focused on revived Sith army revealed at the end of FOC, the antagonist using a fleet of ancient mothballed Sith ships. Do you know what the ships would have been in said fleet, such as Terror or Centurion? No. I don't know that the people involved necessarily had much of it planned. Like, I don't know how far they got other than general ideas, because they never actually started making it. So maybe they had some ideas for what they wanted to do with it, like as far as specifics go, but I don't think they ever really got super far in what they were planning. Yeah, to get the disable, I believe the shield does have to be done. If it hits hull, then it'll disable.
constructing.
I don't think the stun goes through shields. I could be wrong.
Copy. Over there. Yes. Heading out.
Construction complete.
It's like, yeah, you're not gonna kill anything outright with an ion cannon, but like you can see how we used it in that battle at Abrigado, where as soon as those ships were in range of my ships, they were pretty much dead because of the ion cannon. Whereas with the hypervelocity gun, sure, a hypervelocity gun shot would have taken out one or two of their hard points and done some general damage. But if they have fleet tenders, then a lot of that damage isn't going to stick, and they're still at full shield, so you typically end up having to ignore those. If you want to get the most use out of the hypervelocity gun, you end up ignoring them with the rest of your ships so that you can just focus on that one thing with the hypervelocity gun, which means there's going to be longer uptime for that ship overall, compared to just being able to ion cannon, take down the shields, and completely fuck it up. Like, the Allegiance is obviously something around that size. We weren't going to be able to take it out in one shot, but even with that, we were able to take down a good chunk of the shields, or focus them down with the rest of the fleet till the point that they're about half shields, use the ion cannon shot on them, get the rest of the shields down, and get the disable, which again made us able to completely shred that first Allegiance in particular. But like, if you're trying to beat an invading fleet with nothing to support it, then yeah, the hypervelocity gun's going to do more because it can kill stuff on its own. But if you are working with any kind of defensive fleet, the amount of extra power you're going to get out of having the ion cannon present, like the amount of extra damage that you're going to get down, is just so much higher.
Unit destroyed. Power Generator destroyed.
We've got to really stop the Ariado Authority because they have made it through our entire territory.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
Right away.
We can't let them live anymore.
Tactical battle imminent. Construction complete.
Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
Underway.
Where's Wedge?
Reporting.
We still want a bit more of that.
Vehicle in
Want a couple
production.
more of these. Let's get another one of
Beginning
those.
construction.
Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
T2B over.
Oh, he's coming in from that side.
Reporting.
We need to just kill all their stuff here.
Tactical battle imminent.
Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
Reporting. We're moving out.
Alright, Von Dark.
Tactical battle imminent.
We've let them survive on Yegdo and they just decided to be dicks.
We've got them. Send reinforcements.
Choose your reinforcements. Reinforcements.
Out of the goodness of our hearts.
Engage.
Wow, we got all of it.
Roger, setting course, sir.
Move out.
Thunderchild
Ready and willing.
and Bad
Prepare for combat
Montel.
orders.
Let's get powered weapons on them.
Moving out.
Right away.
I don't want any retreats.
Moving out.
That's Nebulon B. This is Coriolis Corvette.
Yes, sir.
This one is missing.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
Direct fire on the enemies. Enemies in range. Attacking target.
Alright, there's a lot of anti-fighters sitting here, and I'm letting our fighters run into it. Now there's 6 wedges.
Get behind them. I've got it lined up. Star Destroyer here. Them now. Ready for commander. They're hitting us.
Engines on
That's got him. I'm on him.
Yes, sir. Awaiting your orders. Ready and willing.
Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
on standby.
Setting course.
Eliminating target. Awaiting your command. Our target priority is the laser.
Corona-class frigate reporting.
Yes, Commander. Reporting in. Swing around.
That's got him. Yes, Admiral.
Watch your 6.
Alright,
Ready. I'm in range. That's all they have? Close.
there.
MC-90 Star
I might just auto-resolve this battle, rather than do another Von Dark battle.
Construction.
Okay, you guys get into DeSevero.
How about some backup?
Course plotted.
Same thing with Sinrapsix,
Invasion commencing.
and then we'll do the actual battle on
System control achieved.
Yegdo.
This will be there shortly.
Building under construction. Building under construction.
Underway.
Guillermo True just conquered Biss.
Invasion commencing.
Oh, nope, they have units. So never mind.
Inbound!
Choose your reinforcements.
Right away, sir.
Acknowledged.
Reinforcements en
Right away.
route.
We can make sure we actually hold on to this once we build the field base.
Ready. Affirmative. All weapons loaded.
We've secured a landing zone.
Transport ready. Acknowledged. Destination set. Proceeding. Target acquired. Commencing attack. On my way. Weapons armed. Moving out. As you wish. Copy.
Nope. There. Rear turrets are weird.
Moving out. Going. En route.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
Artillery
Keep going.
found us.
This way. Over there.
Oh god.
Acknowledged. Destination set. Proceeding.
That's a lot of artillery.
On my way.
Bombing run available.
Y-wing standing by. Computers locked on target.
Moving out. As you wish.
See if we can kill all of them.
Target's locked.
Destroyed.
A bunch of them.
T4B ready.
At
Heading out, sir.
maximum unit capacity.
Give me the target.
I guess we can just shift forward a little bit. There's the sensor array there.
Tank brigade here. T4B.
We'll go for that. Why not?
Moving into position.
God.
We've secured
Entering
a
battle.
build
Annoying.
pad. We've secured a build pad. Bombardment available. We've lost a build pad. We've lost a build pad.
Ready to roll. Yes, sir.
There you go. Oh, you're not. You're not an up front right now.
Waiting order.
We've secured a build pad.
I copy, sir.
We've
I
secured
copy.
an abandoned sensor array.
Reporting. Almost there.
Repair station constructed.
sir.
You guys really need to heal.
Destroyed.
Yeah. Any plans to have the ability to build PDF infantry in Fallen Republic? Not those standard ones, no. Those will likely just stay accessible via
Complete.
the integration of the sector forces.
Roger that.
But PDF as in, like, units that are, like, local units, specific, more unique local units, then those are something we want to expand on in the mod, but that also takes a lot of other resources. So.
Build pad. Unit destroyed.
All weapons loaded. Right away.
We've lost a build pad.
Your orders?
That was a waste.
All squadron commencing attack.
We've secured a build pad. We've lost a build pad.
What else do they have here? Just the infantry? ACs are not the best tank vehicle.
Right away. Heading out, sir.
Reinforcements.
So much for our ground for our armies, not ground armies. They just ground armies, just an army.
System conquered.
I think we've got enough to do this battle.
Invasion commencing.
What's he saying? Like, standard non-clone or droid infantry, seeing as most fighting during the Clone Wars wasn't between clones and droids, but between standard forces. Well, yeah, but the thing is, if we just put in the PDF, like the PDFs as we have them for that, then that's not a great representation of the Clone Wars either, because it's
Right away. Copy.
the fighting would have been between very different types of forces on every planet, or in every sector. They would break down locally very differently. So
Choose your reinforcements.
the more interesting focus is on the major battles, which had a lot of clones and droids and stuff, rather than like the major battlefronts of the war would have been the ones that were heavier usage of clones and droids, and the rest of it would have been fairly unique, not a standardized like PDF thing, which is why, to the extent that we're going to represent that within things you can build, that would be more unique to systems and sectors rather than just being the ones that we have for some of the starting forces or for the independent sectors.
Sensor
I
node
copy.
constructing.
Heading out.
And just as importantly, like, no one wants to play a Clone Wars mod. No matter what the lore is, no one wants to play a Clone Wars mod where you're not seeing a lot of clones and battle droids fighting. So, like, trying to get into a space where we've got clones as, like, the elite forces or something, and then everything is primarily just between PDFs, like, that's not a change that I think anyone would be very happy to see.
This way. Over there. Reporting in. Keep going. T2B over. On it.
Similarly, no one would want all the space battles to turn into a couple freighters going at it or something.
I
Destroyed.
copy. Course plotted.
We've secured a build.
I think the Clone Wars series are bad in terms of lore. I mean, in terms of the variety of ships and stuff we get, like, you get only one or two things showing up. That's kind of annoying. But
Ready to roll.
I also don't necessarily always think of
Adjusting now.
the
Right away.
shows and books
Advancing.
as having to be the place where that kind of lore gets fleshed out anyways. Like, source books tend to be more focused on filling those gaps. And I'm perfectly happy for books and shows to kind of just do whatever their story is doing. The more consistent, the better, but I'm never that, like,
Bombers at the ready.
it's not my primary concern that they
Gold squadron commencing attack.
set up
Form up.
too much as far as, like, stuff you'd consider deep lore.
Right away.
Like, I like Star Wars for the breadth and depth of the universe, but individual stories,
Copy that.
I like to be just doing what they need to do for those stories.
Heading out.
Please don't kill the artillery. There we go. Oh, that was a stealth ATST.
We've secured a
Reporting.
The HV gun isn't going to stop the orbital bombardment. The script didn't load. It's a weird issue where initially we thought there was something wrong with the scripts, with our script, and it was crashing, but it seems like, because like the HV gun is supposed to prevent you from being able to use orbital bombardments, and sometimes that won't go off, and we thought, like, that must mean the script is crashing, but what it actually turned out to be was that for some reason the plot just doesn't get loaded by the game at all. Sometimes. Which is weird.
Ready. Over there.
Alright, so infantry, you can go through here now. Because I don't think there will be any more A5s. We've killed 3 or 4 of them.
G2B, copy. I copy. Reporting.
Oh,
Yes,
you
sir.
can go with your friends.
Can do.
There might be another A5, but we should be able to run away from it if we need to.
Course plotted.
We can just get to the last remaining
We've
structures over
lost a
here.
build pad.
There will be a stream later tonight. We're doing our final night of practice for squadrons before the Calrissian Cup tomorrow. I was kind of hoping to get a nap in beforehand. I'm super tired. Went to bed at like 4 and then got up at 6. But I don't think that'll be possible. Maybe it will be.
Heading
We'll
out.
see.
Ready to roll.
But I think we got a decent shot tomorrow.
Advancing.
Not to win the whole tournament, but I'm going to consider if we make it out of the first group stage a success.
Form up. Advance.
When this episode goes up, the tournament will have been
Bombing run.
long past, but... So you can all laugh at me when we get like absolutely destroyed in the first round robin.
Gold Squadron
We've
commencing attack.
secured a build pad.
Because we're guaranteed 6
Awaiting
games.
orders.
So the way it works is there's 2 group stages. Because it's 64 teams, so it'll be 16 groups of 4. Then you play each team in your group twice. Then with each stage you move on, or after that, top 2 teams from each group move on into the top 32, which gets organized into 8 groups of 4. Then the top 2 teams from each of those go into the bracket stage, I think, is how that works.
System conquered.
Building started.
Alright, so this is really good. We've got Liana as a buffer zone there. Zinj, I think, is kind of fucked, so that's nice. It'd be nice if we could take Commodore as well, just kind of shift the front line up there. And then it might be time to take Kashyyyk. Because we want the access. Yeah. But I think we're going to leave that there
Building canceled.
for today. So thank you for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed the video and the streams. And hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.